Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Dangernation here with Sports Cowboys coming at you with a Monday night showdown playoff game with the Arizona Cardinals going against the Los Angeles Rams. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe below in the video here and check out all the links. Go to our free Discord. It's an amazing place. We got sports all across the field here, especially, as you can tell, football. So yeah, hey, we're going to jump into it. We're going to talk about the DraftKings prices here, and we're going to talk about some lineups as well and give you some tips and tricks and suggestions and insight on what we got going on here with the DraftKings pricings with this game coming up. So as always, we are going to start with the quarterbacks here with Kyle Murray at $11,200 and Matt Stafford at $10,800. So this is going to be probably the toughest choice you're going to have to make, along with another one coming in the wide receiver position. Because while fantasy-wise these guys have been performing well, they seem to be very volatile at the same time. Like, Kyle Murray has definitely been sought out. He has been figured out a little bit. Last time they met up with the Rams, they had been really good at containing him. So that limits his running plays and possibly rushing TDs. And Stafford, man, he's been just very suspect every week. You don't know if he's going to throw a pick six or 3 interceptions. These are kind of not the strongest plays I think you can make this week. I think you could possibly fade quarterbacks, but I think you need at least one of them. And if I had to choose, again, unbiased opinion here, I would probably have to go with Matt Stafford. He's a little cheaper, but point-wise, he has been, they're kind of on the same pace, honestly, on how well they've been doing. But I think that what I'm getting at is where you're going to probably build your lineup mostly this week is with the wide receivers. And I think he just has a better receiver core than Murray does this week. And I think that Arizona's defense is more vulnerable than the Rams' secondary defense. So I think you might want to, you definitely want to go with Stafford. Again, it's up to you, actually, on what quarterback to go. But I'm definitely favoring Stafford a bit more for this game just because of, hey, we got OBJ, we got Cooper. They're going to be doing really well this week. Running backs. So a lot of the strength of the Arizona Cardinals right now is with James Conner. I believe he is still questionable. And there's like no game decision or anything like that. So you do want to monitor the situation if he's playing. If he's playing, I think he's a slam dunk in. I wouldn't even be surprised if, like, hey, you might want to start this guy as captain or something and maybe go with like a defense to make up for the cost. But Rams' run D is not what it used to be. It is vulnerable. They figured out Aaron Donald. You can go through them. Sony Michel, I think, is going to be a fade this week. Last time they performed against Arizona's run D, he did not do that well. They definitely took advantage of the weak secondary. In the back, Henderson's on IR. Cam Akers might be an interesting play, but I just don't think the game plan, and again, Arizona's, I just don't think they're going to be running the ball that much this week, at least on the Rams side. So I think you can fade these. Chase Edmonds at $500,000, but I believe he is definitely on IR. Where is he? Is he on IR, or they're just not using him? I think they're just not using him because obviously James Conner has been performing so much better. If James Conner is out, Chase Edmonds is definitely a smash play at $5,000. And Benjamin, no. So all right, going on to the wide receivers. So here's another question you got to ask yourself this week: is Cooper Kupp really worth $13,000? And the other question you got to ask yourself is that if I don't pick up this guy, am I going to be competitive in these slates? And that is a tough question to ask because he is by far the highest producing guy for the Rams and just receiver overall in the whole league. And I mean, just look at these like percentages across. He's out there 93% of the time. He's 30% of the targets in the 33% of the targets in the red zone. Like he's averaging 27.8 points a game for DraftKings. He's nuts. Like I'm not gonna say no, but with 13,000, he's definitely gonna be hard to find room for more options available to you there. So that's really the question you got to ask yourself with Cooper Kupp. Can I afford him? Pretty much. Can I make a lineup around him? Because if you do take him, you're taking some of these receivers here, and honestly, and we'll just talk about it now. Wesley here is not that bad of an option. He's only out there for 30% of the snaps, but he does get the ball thrown to when he's out there with Hopkins out now. When they go into four mans if Ertz is out or something like that. So I think if you are looking for that money saving option, Wesley is a good pickup here. And out of all the receivers, Kirk is great. I mean, OBJ is great. AJ, you want to fade. I know Van Jefferson is questionable. Let me just grab this real quick. What exactly is his shoulder? It's going to be a game day decision. It looks like Moore is also questionable with his ankle, so keep that in mind. I don't think Moore is a good play, though. If you are going to choose between the two, definitely lean towards Van Jefferson. Ben has been actually seeing a bit more play with the Rams, but is he worth the 1,200? I mean, he has been getting the ball thrown to, don't get me wrong, but there's just not, I don't know, he's not producing enough with it. Again, he's only out there like 12% of the times, but he does get the ball thrown to when he's out there. So, hey, maybe if you do pick up Coop and you pick up like OJ, you might have to pick up these two right here to just offset the cost. Again, 13,000, that is just a crazy amount for a showdown here. And yeah, all right, guys, we're going to be moving on to the tight ends here. And in this situation, I actually like both of these plays. Higbee has definitely stepped up. I know he scored 2 touchdowns last game. Call it recency bias or whatever, but he's always been involved with the offense for sure. So, hey, his floor is at least like 10 points for Higbee, which is great. Ertz, his ceiling is, I believe, going to be much higher than Higbee, even though, yeah, Higbee did great last week, but Ertz's ceiling is going to be just as good as well. Ertz is probably the number one, receiver option out there right now for the Arizona Cardinals, so definitely keep an eye out for him. Again, really well priced for both of them. I actually, again, if you go with Cooper Kupp and put in Stafford or something, both of these are pretty good options, I believe, as well to put in there for the price. What more can I say? I like both of these options. And moving on to the defense here, very similarly priced. Again, this game it's very high. It's close to 50, and I believe that they think it's going to be. I think the spread is like a -3 against Rams right now, so they think this game is going to be super close. And with that, you with a high-scoring game and it being super close, you preferably want to fade the defenses because, again, they're just not going to be worth the price if they're both going to be ending up as zeros at the end of the day. Like, if the defense for these types of games is just going to be more of a gut check. Like, who do you think is going to perform better? Who do you think has the defense to do what? Definitely look on the out for these choices. It's going to be tough. I wouldn't recommend it. What I would recommend is possibly the kickers, and shout out to my boy Jim, who just loves playing kickers. They are more expensive than the defense, but Matt Gay didn't do much last week, even a couple weeks ago, but he usually always scores double digits. And how is Prater doing? Prater's doing good. I actually wouldn't mind starting Prater with 4,000. That actually might be a nice little play because you're definitely going to get more points with Prater, $200 more than you are going to get with the Rams defense, I believe. So if you're that strapped for cash but you want to still produce, kickers are a good option here. Alright guys, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you enjoy the Monday game today. Let's go Rams, and hey, good luck out there. Stay safe. Stay all that good stuff. You know what I'm trying to say here. Alright, and again, like, comment, and subscribe on the video down below, and have a good one, everybody.